So it's been a while since Super Mario Party came out, and by a while I mean about a week. And I've already beaten the story mode and sunk as much time into it as I think I will for the foreseeable future. So what are my thoughts? Well, my name is Connor and I'm with TheSassJacket, and that's exactly what I plan on sharing. For starters, I'd like for it to come across that I love Mario Party. I grew up playing the original on the N64, and I've played whatever iterations that have come after it that have appealed to me. Mario Party 3, in my opinion, is the greatest Mario Party that has ever existed. If you don't agree with me, you're objectively wrong, and I challenge you to a duel of wit and character. Like I said in my quick look video covering everything that we knew about the then unreleased Super Mario Party, I said that people greatly disliked how Mario Party 10 was so sparse and how since Mario Party 9, we've been stuck in a freaking car. Nobody wants that. I don't want to sit next to Toad. Just look at that 1,000-yard stare. Something tells me he'll snap any minute and then, oh dear Lord, what then? I didn't buy Mario Party the top 100, but from what I've seen, everything is just so bad. Oh my gosh, they put in Desert Dash as one of the best minigames, but they didn't put in Mushroom Mix-Up, Grab Bag, or even the running of the bulb? Oh my god. Oh, they put in Snowball Summit? Nobody likes that game! Do the devs even play Mario Party? Anyway, you get my point. The last bunch of games were rather lackluster, and just about everyone was ready for a new Mario Party that didn't suck actual donkey. Oh. Can I not say that? So, Super Mario Party. I'm guessing they called it that because Mario Party 11 sounded ridiculous. Starts off just like every other Mario Party, with just about everyone ready to kill each other over a title as arbitrary and vague as Superstar. Toad and Toadette offer to set up the challenges that'll decide who gets the honor and title, and everyone hops into the fray with an eager gusto one could only describe as foolish. When you start the game, you're immediately asked to choose what character you'd like to play as, which is a tad odd since you haven't had the chance to choose what mode you'd like to play. But what if— holy guacamole! Look at how many characters you can play as! Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Wario, Waluigi, Yoshi, Rosalina, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Bowser, Goomba, Shy Guy, Koopa Troopa, Monty Mole, Bowser Jr., Boo, Hammer Bro, Dry Bones, and Girl Boom Boom. That's Pom Pom. And she's actually best girl, so you better keep your dirty mitts off of her. After choosing your characters, you're then thrust into a hub world, I guess you could call it, and you get to choose which mode you'd like to play. Some you're locked out of early on, but for review's sake, I'll act like everything is unlocked from the start. Oh, and Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Dry Bones, and Pom Pom are also locked from the start, but it doesn't really matter. You got your standard modes like Regular Party, the mode that lets you play whatever minigame you want, as well as a challenge mode that's basically like Minigame Island from Mario Party 1. On top of that, you've also got a mode called Soundstage, where you and a group of friends— sorry, I meant to say computers— get to play a bunch of rhythm-based minigames that test your ability to sync up with the rhythm and do tasks based off of that. There's also River Survival, which is a mode that's like one giant minigame surrounded by little small minigames. You and a group of friends have to maneuver a raft down an increasingly difficult path while avoiding potential threats as well as completing co-op minigames to gain more time. You win by getting to one of the 5 ending areas, each with its own trials, and you lose if you run out of time. Really interesting mode, but I can't play it without flashing back to Mario Party 1's Paddle Battle. I still have the nightmares. There's also an area called Toad's Rec Room, which is basically Mario Party 5's extra mode. It's got a hodgepodge, that's their word, not mine, of side games that are interesting at best and too long, I guess, to be called mini-games. Got that one thing that's basically Shell Shockers, a cool little game where you and a group of friends get together to put together 8-bit sprites of popular Mario characters, a game that I can't play because for some reason you need 2 Nintendo Switches to play it, and a baseball game that's styled to look like one of those mini baseball games cool people have. I wish I was cool. We also have something called a partner party that allows people to team up in 2v2 formatted parties, but the rules have changed for what's possible, and I'm waiting to talk about it at a different part of this video. So I'll bring out this question and then immediately answer it, but hopefully that doesn't sound super conceited or whatever. How does Super Mario Party change Mario Party? Well, for starters, we're not in a freaking car! The formula is back to the original, where everyone gets to do whatever the heck they want and don't have to share a seat next to... Dice blocks have been changed so that the maximum roll is no longer 10. It's now officially 6, which is just like what a normal die would have. Maps have also been changed to be a lot smaller, and the max turn count is around 20, which the game says is about a 2-hour endeavor. That doesn't really seem right, since I was able to do a Let's Play of Mario Party 3 and finish a 15-turn party in around 30 minutes. I think this requires some further investigation. Or it would, but I've already investigated it, and I'm pretty sure that's why I'm making this video. One of the greatest things that I think the Mario Party team did was add in a little balance and quality of life changes. For starters, players that don't do well in a minigame still get what I'd like to call consolation coins, which means even if they lose, they still gain a little something, so no player is stuck with nothing for any prolonged period of time. A lot of the minigames are actually really well put together, and end up adding a few names to my growing list of favorite minigames of all time. A lot of these are just so balanced that just about anyone can win or lose. So that one guy, me, that always wins every single minigame, doesn't get to absolutely dominate the rest of the players. On top of that, practicing a minigame is as easy as ever, since the minigame is literally preloaded as the menu. How freaking neat is that? So you get to practice however long you want until you feel confident that you'll do at least mildly well. They finally nerfed Boo! You know, Boo! That one guy you could talk to in Mario Party 2 or 3 and literally steal over 20 coins from someone basically for free? Yeah, since Boo's a playable character now and has clearly lost weight, Lakitu replaces him and can only steal, from what I saw, a max of 10 coins. And that part varies and is a little bit random. And like I mentioned back in the river survival part of the video, they added a group of minigames that are based around all 4 players working towards a common goal. This is just beautiful. One of my favorite minigames of all time was Running of the Bulb from Mario Party 1. The only one of its kind off the top of my head besides Keep Away. Throughout the slew of competitive games for everyone to play, here comes this gem, this treasure of an experience. Out of nowhere, the 3 people that you've been working the whole game to beat and stomp into the ground, all of you, are suddenly having to work together to transport a light bulb while being chased by an ungodly amount of horrors. And only good teamwork and survivability will help everyone to survive, and most importantly, win. Co-op minigames just bring that feeling back, and it feels good. It feels good. It feels really good. And now for something I thought was long overdue. Having characters is nice. Having a big roster is nice. But what I felt was lacking from that roster was what I'll call character importance. What made playing as Luigi any different than Mario? And I hope that doesn't sound like I'm trying to make some asinine point on some grade school paper. I get that people just like to play a character just because they like the character. I get it, okay? It ain't no thing. I ain't got no beef with you. I play Wario in every single Mario Party that I've ever played in. He's my dude. He's my man. But for once, besides the partner a character started with in Mario Party 3's Versus mode, who a character was meant something. And that something that I'm mentioning right now in this video, in this part of the video, is dice blocks. More specifically, character-specific dice blocks. See, every character can use the standard, boring, or you could choose to use, that rhymed, their own dice block, which provides certain risks, rewards, and opportunities that other characters simply don't have. Luckily, Wario's is so nice. I mean, hitting a 6 2/3 of the time at the risk of losing 2 coins the other third is a nice upside. Heck, not moving is sometimes a great option for farming items or some space-specific bonuses. Wanna hit a 3 or maybe a 4 a lot? Daisy's got your back. Wanna never hit a 1? Monty Mole. Wanna possibly roll an 8 while having the chance to gain coins along the way? Rosalina's your girl. Wanna gamble every freaking turn and possibly hit a 10? A 10? Bowser and Donkey Kong. Bam. I can make anything spawn whenever I do this. Bam. 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 Just when you thought it was over, bingo bango boingo, allies are a thing. Landing on an ally space, or simply using an ally phone, grants you one random ally from the pool of not currently in play characters. Getting one means you can use their character specific dice block, as well as get an extra 1 or 2 boost to your dice roll. Neat stuff. The graphics themselves look top notch, especially for a Mario Party. You ever notice how each Mario Party uses the same pre-made assets as the last one, or at least seems to? I won't say that Super Mario Party doesn't use pre-made assets. Ow! Ow! But it definitely upgrades a bunch wherever necessary. There's a ton of wonderful nods to past games and Nintendo characters. Bet you haven't seen the Sumo Bros in a while! What? You don't know what a Sumo Bro is? Dog, you missing out! And the sound effects are just... Hear that? You hear that sizzle? And with that, this is the end of the positive side of this video. Everything that follows from here on out will be my personal gripes with the game. If you don't want to have your experience ruined, your eyes opened, or a seasoned Mario Party player say something bad about Super Mario Party while you enjoyed it, turn back now. I have no beef with you. It's fine. Actually, stick around. I kind of need the ad revenue. All 2 cents of it. Alright. I will start off easy. The music is alright. It's nothing special, but boy, will it ever drone on and frickin' on. Each track is like 30 seconds and loops so often that if you're paying attention, you'll actually get a headache from the constant barrage of energy and repetition. I joked a lot about not having friends, but I did play this game a lot with my wife, and luckily, one Joy controller actually counts as 2 controllers. So you only need 2 full Joy controllers for 4 people to play. But, I mean, have you seen how much a new Joy controller costs? 80 bucks? $80 just for one set? I could buy a really nice Xbox remote. At least I wouldn't have to try to hide that I spent so much and got so little. Also, holding just a half controller feels weird. It's really light, and I found myself hurting my wrist a lot from the more active mini games because, oh boy, there's motion controls. I don't really have a problem with this aspect of it, except for the damage I did to my wrist from playing more than an hour. So about the parties, the regular parties. Playing everything for the first time is alright. You've got all this shiny new stuff to try out, you've got all these new mini games to test your mettle, and even all of the modes keep you occupied with new stuff to try out. It gets old really fast. So, take Mega Fruit Paradise for example. By the way, go into this knowing that you should really only ever play a party with the 10 turn limit to not burn yourself out so fast. So anyway, take Mega Fruit Paradise and give it a look. It's got the makings of an alright map. It's pretty, the disconnected islands make getting to stars engaging and make choosing your path and getting crucial dice rolls necessary. The island here has a happening space that if hit twice, rewards a player with a star on the second go around. There are 2 shops, one right here and one right here. Lakitu is placed right here, and it's a toss-up as whether you get him or simply lose coins to a piranha plant. Bridge here is littered with happening spaces that summon a blooper to interrupt your movement. I mean, alright, the star that you get right here never respawns. It doesn't come back so that somebody can have their chance to get it. This bridge right here is made out of sand, and apparently after too many people walk on it, it goes away. Forever. It feels like the map gets used up, and any game longer than 10 turns starts to feel empty and repetitive. So they made the maps smaller because they made the dice rolls smaller. I mean, okay, I understand the change. Anybody ever played Creepy Cavern in Mario Party 3? That map's a nightmare to play on. It's huge, and there's too many things to prevent your forward progress, with too much reliance on RNG and God to make any sort of headway. So yeah, making the map smaller meant that they had to make the dice blocks smaller to accommodate. But then they threw it all out the freaking window! Why do Bowser and Donkey Kong have the ability to consecutively hit a 10? That's ridiculous! Each of the islands on Mega Fruit Paradise have 10 spaces! With one dice roll, they can literally circle an entire island. And that's without an ally boost. Oh, Connor, you're overreacting. The only boost an ally can give you is 1 or 2. How about this little tidbit? This little ray of sunshine. Sunshine? Did you know that you can have 4 allies at once? 4! That's a possible, completely free 8 spaces of movement. It's broken! And I have no idea why they made so much movement possible with how small the stages are. And that's not even talking about a 2v2 party. Oh yeah, I never talked about a 2v2 party. Because this mode is a train wreck. First off, both players hit their dice blocks at the same time and then combine their rolls. And then both players get to move the combined total of both of their rolls. Then apply ally and item bonuses to their respective rolls, and boy, there's a lot of movement happening. Also, in 2v2 parties, movement is freeform and not linear at all. You can literally walk wherever you want to. And while some may see this as a nice little mode that offers a different change, it's just infuriating for me. And I never enjoyed my time playing this mode. Also, to top off the strange movement, for some reason they made getting the star space related. As in, you have to land on the star space to be able to buy the star. So, this happens a lot, where people are just standing around, doing nothing except looping around in a circle, hoping that the number they hit is odd or even enough to get them on the space. And boy, can I also just say how ugly this map looks? Look at those sporadically placed special spaces. This is gross! Get out of my sight, it's disgusting! It's gross! I spit everywhere! Speaking of stars, guess what? They lowered the price to 10 coins. Used to be 20. I figured that was pretty balanced since getting a star was a big investment, so you wanted to prioritize setting aside money for one. But now, winning a minigame and landing on a blue space is enough to get you one. Also, with how small the maps are, it's not uncommon for people to be able to pick up multiple stars in one turn, or multiple people to all get a star in the same turn. It's just, I don't know, man. It just feels wrong. It feels too hand-holdy. It feels like they balanced the game around everyone being included, and everyone being able to win, regardless of skill, or strategy, or whatever. Well, Connor, isn't it a party game? Shouldn't everyone have a good time playing a party game? And to that I'd say, man, what a great question. You should be on the debate team and not watching my video. Listen, man, I just need you to agree with me, okay? Just let me win just once. I'll ever win. Items are back, rather than just being different dice. Yeah, man, we got loads of dice. We got blue ones, green ones, and super shiny golden ones. I can't help but feel like the items got nerfed too. In a lot of ways on top of that. Hear me out. So the usual effect of a mushroom would be to give the player an extra dice block, possibly doubling whatever roll they could have gotten naturally. In this game, it's just a flat +3 to your roll. That's it. There's a golden version, but it only gives you a flat +5. There's a version of the magic lamp called a golden pipe that, and I quote, warps you near the star. The hell does that mean? What it actually does is warp you directly one space behind the star, meaning your dice roll happens before you get the star. Meaning that if you happen to roll a 0 or whatever, you actually could lose the star to someone else because you got greedy, which I would guess is actually your fault, but the magic lamp used to just place you on the star immediately. No questions asked. All right, bro, you're good. Enjoy your star. I'll see you next time. Tell the kids I said hi. There's also only around 15 items in the game, not including these stupid things that are placed on the map in the 2v2 mode. And some of these items you can't even get in all the modes. The Peepa Bell and Golden Drink are only in the 2v2 mode. The Coinado is a stupid item that basically replaced the Boo Bell. The Dueling Glove can now only be used to wager allies, not coin your stars. Poison Mushroom, which could be a good way to trip someone up by reducing their roll from a possible max of 10 all the way down to a possible max of 3, now only reduces someone's roll by a flat 2. So it's practically useless. The Buddy Phone can't be purchased in shops at all, only randomly given through item spaces. I'm surprised they didn't remove the ability to steal someone's item from them. The Warp Box is a joke. The custom dice block, in my opinion, is probably the most thought out item in the game. Since obviously you're using it to hit a specific space, it cancels all allies from adding to your roll. So we'll give them props for that, but man, these are some garbage items. Like I said, there's only like 13 items in the game, and the shops that sell them only have 3 at a time, and the shop's inventory is never randomized. This shop right here only ever sells the mushroom items. That never changes, and I can't really help but miss the selection and random nature of item stores in Mario Party 3. And I'm sorry if I keep bringing up Mario Party 3. Like I said, it's the best Mario Party, and I'm not gonna stop until every single person in the world agrees with me. In-game rewards are a joke. As you win in different modes, you get party points. You can use these party points to unlock cool stuff from an in-game store. So, what can you buy with these points? The unlockable characters? Nope. New maps? Nope. There's only 4 maps in the game, by the way. Unlock new modes? Nope. Stickers! Get these stupid little stickers to put on a wall and take a picture of it. Wow! I mean, you can also purchase the soundtrack to listen to. You can't program the game to be able to put whatever music you want at any given point, but you can sit in the menu and listen to a 30-second loop of the same song in 10 different ways. And this one's the best one. Advice. You can buy freaking advice. Advice? You want me to pay for that annoying prompt every time I'm trying to look at the map and you pop up thinking I give a rip about what you have to say? No! No! I am not paying for that! It's not real money. I'm not paying for it. I mean, I already did pay for it. But I'm not gonna. I haven't purchased everything yet, so I don't know if there's a super special reward waiting for me at the end. And you know why I haven't gotten everything yet? Take a look at this final area. These are shiny stickers. These things cost 5,000 party points to get each. There's 20 of them. Playing a single party for 10 turns and winning grants you only 4,000. Okay, listen, let me hit you with this, all right? 1 hour, 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 1 hour. And that's not even covering the extra 1,000, you know? Because you only get 4,000 points an hour. And believe me, 10 turns does amount to about an hour. And that leads me into my next point. This game's got a lot of fluff. Like, wow, this game has a lot of fluff. And by fluff, I mean waiting for the game to finish trying to get over itself. Going all whooshy whooshy with the graphics and the shine and the cutscenes and voice acting and the character animations and the loading screens and the minigame screens and the just finished a minigame screen and the just got a star screen and all the pointless dialogue and all of the unwanted help and advice that you've heard a million freaking times by the time you're done. Like, okay, there's this obnoxious game mechanic that if you're ever on a team with someone, be it a 2v2 minigame, co-op 4-player minigame, or anything co-op related, after every little modicum of progress, they require you to high-five your partner. In some areas, you gain a small bonus, like extra time in river survival, or extra coins after a 2v2 minigame. However, in others, you get literally nothing. I get what they were going for, because there's that meme about how Mario Party ruins friendships, but this is so unbearably forced. And it takes up so much time. To make matters worse, if you refuse to do the high five, sometimes the game will just default to you doing it anyway. Like, okay, if I check a video of me playing an entire 10-turn party, I can almost guarantee that 1/3 of the time spent in-game would be some sort of dialogue, animation, high-fiving, or something completely not even related to gameplay. It's that obnoxious, it's that repetitive. Tired of me complaining? I'm almost done. Give me a couple more minutes. If there's anything that I've found to be a recurring theme throughout Mario parties, is that the AI is equal parts stupid as it is cheap, making stupid mistakes or just not planning correctly, and then making up for it by manipulating the game into giving them bonuses through uncanny and unbelievable means. For Super Mario Party, this is unfortunately no different. So in River Survival, I decided to put the computers on the highest setting, since, you know, I wanted to win everything. Every character has a certain amount of leeway when it comes to influencing the raft's movement, and yet, these nincompoops feel like walls and rocks are just not moving out of the way for. There's a minigame called Penguin Pushers, and I absolutely hate it. It reminds me of that mini game in The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess where you have to herd all the goats into the barn. Same with the penguins here. You'd think really good computers would be able to route everything correctly. But nope, look at them go. Round and round and round. And it'll continue that way unless you take it upon yourself to stand there and push the penguins the way that they need to go. I also spoke of the Mini League Baseball side game from Toad's Rec Room. Please, for your sake and mine, do not play this. The computers don't even try. Don't even try! All right, Pom Pom, you got this. I believe in you. And, oh, you didn't even hit the ball. That's all right, you'll get in the next swing. All right, give it your all and you didn't even try. Pom Pom, listen. Pom Pom, it's one more and you're out. Don't do this to me, Pom Pom. Pom Pom! The computers also cheat, and they're not even subtle about it. In the minigame Dine and Dash, you're tasked with getting 3 ingredients together to make a dish, then awaiting the next set of 3 to come out so you know which you need to get for the next one. Well, the computers preemptively grab an ingredient that's correct. Like, okay. So in a 2v2 party, if you and your partner hit the same number, you get a coin bonus. I cannot tell you how many times I've been dominating them in the minigame section and stealing coins from them as many times as I could. And just, oh, the star is really close all of a sudden, and we're 5 coins short. Hope we can maybe possibly, whoa, hey, would you look at that? They get hidden blocks that grant stars more often than not, and overall, it just feels like you're not fighting Donkey Kong or Rosalina. You're fighting the system, a system designed for you to fail, yet dangling enough of a reward that you keep coming back for more. I hate you, Donkey Kong. I hate you. Oh, and that brings me to another thing, the story mode. Actually, I'll just call it a completion mode, since that's all it really is. You're tasked with getting these gems. Props to Nintendo for not making them star related, and you get 1 for playing all of the maps in the regular party mode, 1 for beating all of the maps in the 2v2 mode, beating all of the modes in Soundstage, 1 for completing all 5 routes in River Survival, and 1 for beating the challenge mode. Now, here's the thing. You don't need to do any of that. And I'm not talking about free choice. Like, you don't have, it's not that you don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. There's literally no point. As a matter of fact, you don't get anything for doing any of it at all. I mean, you get a cutscene where your character is crowned the superstar, but they literally make everyone there not even care about it. You don't get anything for beating the challenge mode, despite Toad and everyone else saying that no one has ever beaten it. Oh wait, you do get the gem, and Toad saying that the real challenge is living your best life? What? Yeah, that's cool. Just had to spend 30 minutes playing a game whose outcome is literally random while your game kept trying to tell me to quit or give up. Thanks! Real positive message you're getting across here, Toad. I hate you. In the 2v2 modes, you're given a team name, but it's literally only whoever's the first person in line of the team's name. That's stupid. Mario Party 5 had the ability to do 2v2 parties, but at the very least, they spent an extra 5 seconds coming up with funny little names for every team combination. Come on, Nintendo. Get it together. How all these games of yours? Making me look like a fool. There's not really an online mode, but I'm not really upset about that because I've been used to playing Mario Party alone. Man, that would have been really cool. To the game's credit, there is some online functionality, but it's limited to what's basically a best out of 3, 5, or 7 minigames mode, so, I mean, who cares? Also, in my first look video, I talked about Super Mario Party's number of minigames as impressive, since it had 80 of them, and that was more than Mario Party 3's. And, well, that's only sort of right. Co-op minigames only show up in River Survival and the Challenge mode, so that's 10. The rhythm games only show up in Soundstage and Challenge mode, so that's another 10. Team minigames, which I'll talk about in a second, only show up once allies are in play, so that's another 10. There are no item minigames. You just simply hit a thing and it gives you a random item. There are no battle minigames. You just have one of these 2 stupid rumble minigames that have literally no effort put into them. There are no duel minigames, just other minigames repurposed to look like them. So that's 50 minigames now that are available in the main mode under normal circumstances. Yeah. You're not getting any points for this, Super Mario Party. I take back my praise. So ally minigames are just minigames that have allies as available characters. So like you can play a minigame and then have a bunch of people behind you. Like look at this one minigame, this tug of war. You could have like 18 people on one side and the other team, if they don't have any allies, you're just screwed. That doesn't seem right. I don't know, man. Super Mario Party definitely seemed like it was created to be a quick, on-the-go, pocketed experience, and boy, does that show. Everything requests that you hurry up and be done with it, and go play something else. The parties are so short, and the fluff that the game has feels like it was created simply to trick people into thinking that what they were doing was greater than it actually was. It's an okay game, not anywhere near close to what I was hoping for, and nowhere even fathomably close to what Super Mario Party 3 is. It's just aight. It's just aight, yo. The dice blocks were a well thought out addition to the game, and I'm fine with lowering the map size, but not to this degree. Mega Fruit Paradise only has a total of 48 spaces. In contrast, Yoshi's Tropical Island from Mario Party 1 had 55, and even felt alright with the dice blocks being able to hit a 10. Lack of maps hurts the overall experience, and the extra modes seem to be specifically created to be almost as a, well, you played all 4 maps in every single minigame, let's try to keep you playing for a little while longer while you forget that you spent $60 on this. Do you have an extra 60 bucks? Sure, pick it up. Especially if you're one of those Mario Partiers who hates that the last Mario Party experience that they had was Mario Party 10 or the top 100. But if you're a penny-pinching gamer who has to make every dollar last, buy a bunch of Steam games that cost as much as this. So yeah, that's what I thought about Super Mario Party. If I had to give it a number, now that I've played it, I'd probably give it maybe a 4, maybe a 5 to be a little bit lenient. But anyway guys, I'm gonna pass the discussion over to you since I blasted you with my opinion for over 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, it's been about an hour. What did you like about the game? What did you hate about the game? What do you wish current Mario Parties would do? What do you wish they would stop doing? The comment section down below is designed specifically for that, as well as in the description, you can find the TheSassJacket's Discord. Lots of cool channels for topics of discussion and quite possibly the sassiest group of people on God's great earth. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Connor, and if I could just ask you to hit that like button with the force of 10 million imploding suns. If you're feeling especially sassy and want to stay up to date on the latest goings on at TheSassJacket, by all means, subscribe to my channel, as well as check out my Twitter at TheSassJacket. It's really easy to find. There's also a link in the description if you are better at following links instead of searching things. Probably the most important thing I'll bring up in the end here, because I know that you've got other videos to watch, and I don't want to waste any more of your time than I already have, is my Patreon. As of this recording, I don't have any backers, and that's fine, because I love making videos about video games. But at some point, a guy's gotta eat. At some point, I like to do this professionally, and I'll never be able to do that with cumbersome things like a job. So any sort of monthly donation would be immensely appreciated. No pressure though, but do give it some thought. Anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I am currently working on some other bigger projects for the channel, probably not as big as this video, but stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.